This is Corey.
And I'm Sharonda.
And this is Until Forever. This is a relationship podcast where we do not claim to be experts or gurus. We just want to help, and we just need some help. We need it. Do we need help?
Mm-hmm.
Why we need help?
Because we don't have it all together.
We sure don't. Just earlier today, just 2 minutes ago, she tried to throw me out the window. I edited it out so you can't see it. But my feelings is hurt. My life flashed before my eyes.
Okay.
I told him I said I was going to tell it.
Okay.
What's the day? So that if y'all see, I ain't here tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about celebrations, celebratories, celebratations. Am I saying the word right? Do you know how to say it?
Celebrating one another.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
Celebrating one another and how important it is to celebrate one another. We live in a society today where it's almost like popular to call folks out on their mess. Like we get on social media and can't wait to see something that don't look the way we think it should look, and we'll make a big old post and we'll blow people out of we'll put folks on blast. We love to speak the negative. How often do you take the time to look at your partner, the person that you love dearly, and celebrate the good stuff? Corey, I love you. You picked your socks up off the floor. And I just think we should celebrate the fact that you listened to me and you knew that I don't like socks on the floor. And you picked them up without me having to say anything. Ask yourself, have you heard that today? Self, have you heard that today? No, I haven't heard that today.
Did you pick your socks up off the floor today?
I don't think I've heard that today.
Did you pick your socks up off the floor today?
I'm on strike for picking up socks because I didn't hear.
You've been on strike for 11 years.
You say I ain't pick up socks in 11 years? See, what was Beyonce saying? The first time I say no, it's like I never said yes. Y'all remember that song? This is before she joined Illuminati. This is before
Oh my God!
She said the first time that I say no, it's like I never said. How does that apply? It applies because the first time I leave my socks on the floor, it's like I never picked them up.
Okay, so celebrating each other. Can we get back on topic?
We was on. We never left it. I want to be celebrated when I do something good.
Okay.
Because it's important. That's why I went on that little tangent. It's important. It feels good to put people on blast. But trust me, it feels so much better when you can celebrate the person that you love knowing that it's benefiting them and it's pushing them to do better. What do you think?
I would agree.
But what? Just show her. I heard a butt. Did y'all hear a butt? I heard a butt in there. You would agree, but what?
I don't know. I probably should work on celebrating smaller things instead of just waiting for big things.
See, she don't celebrate.
I do great with celebrating big things.
She don't want
like birthdays.
She don't want
anniversaries.
She don't celebrate the socks. She waiting for me to do the laundry. Is what it is.
Accomplishments.
Mm-hmm.
But not little things.
What's the difference? Do you think there's a difference between celebrating those things?
Yes.
Why?
Because those are daily expectations for me.
Oh! But
you don't say, Sharonda.
Careful now. Careful now.
Sharonda, you did a great job folding all the clothes. You don't do that.
I fold all the clothes, so...
You fold all the clothes? It's a pile of laundry downstairs that says otherwise.
She just put that there. Don't listen. She just put that there.
It's been a pile of laundry there for like 3 days.
Well, okay. So when I fold the clothes, why don't you celebrate me for folding the clothes?
I always say thank you so much. What do you want me to do to celebrate?
It's a different episode.
Oh, gosh.
That's for a different... That's for a different, you know. Yeah, that's a different.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
I'm sorry for what? Sorry for, don't you apologize for how I want you to love me.
Okay. But do you like when I celebrate big things?
I think that's not the, don't avoid the question.
No, you want me to celebrate the small things, but you don't even like when I celebrate the big things.
So this is where we differ. So let me make it plain. I think that we're two different people in this, that she will hold her celebration until it's big. And I will celebrate you until you get to the big and celebrate the big too. So what do you think that's about? What?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
What do I think that's about?
What
Or are you asking
about?
the audience what do they think that's about?
Well, y'all can answer if you think you know. But I'm asking Sharonda, what does she think that's about?
I don't know, because you don't celebrate things in like this ginormous way. You think you do?
Myself or others?
Others, as in me.
I think I don't know. What are we talking about here when
Like-
it comes to celebration?
Okay, so birthdays and things, like, do you put these like elaborate plans into things?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I'm not. I have stuff I would like to try to do, but I'm not very good at that. I think it's because I triple guess myself. I'm always wondering, will she like this, or will she like this, or will she like this? I find I'm the type. I'm the type that's, what do you want for Christmas? So I can go get it. That's me. I get it. I know how y'all are. Surprise me. Listen to my needs and my wants as I hide them and pretend like they don't exist. I know how y'all are. Y'all like to pretend like, you know, it's you be covert with the stuff that I want. I have to try to figure you out.
Am I covert?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am not.
You know, I think I do a good job though of surprising you with things
You've gotten better.
here and there. I'm incredible. Excuse me. Excuse me.
You've gotten way better.
I've come in a long way.
Yes.
Um,
But you still don't like me to do things.
what you mean?
Like birthdays, Father's Day. Like if I'm trying to do something like a grand gesture or something like that, then you're like, oh no, that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think that's a me thing. I think something wrong with me. I'm not like I'm 41, and for my 40th, I think most people on their 40th birthday, they tend to go big. Like they want to do something grand. You know what I mean? And they're ready to, you know, I'm gonna have this big party. I'm gonna do this or whatever. You know, and I get that. Nothing wrong. Ain't knocking it. That's just not. I'm not wired like that. Like I would rather be low key and relaxed and just enjoy it. Plus, I don't want folks to have to go out of their way to do it. And I think then another part of that too, because I might have some trauma. I think, no, you laughing? I'm serious. What kind of mess
I'm
is that?
sorry.
Wow. I'm trying to unpack something. You laughing at me. We need a
What's the
professional in the
trauma?
room. She need to go to the other room while I talk to you. I can't believe she just laughed at that.
What's the trauma? What's the trauma you working through?
Oh, I guess it don't matter. I'm finna cry. And you talking about a toothy like it's a joke. Is trauma a joke to you?
It is not. It is not a joke. What's the trauma you working through?
Y'all see what I'm doing with?
Oh my gosh.
I think so. So as a kid, I never had like big birthday parties. I can remember one birthday party. The only reason I remember it is because I saw pictures that I forgot existed when we were in Indianapolis, and my aunt Jackie pulled out the photo albums.
So you don't actually remember it.
The Pizza Hut party. All I remember is the pictures. I don't remember what was happening there. I know, and I when I saw the pictures, it triggered some stuff like, oh, it did happen. But I had forgot all about it. I was scared growing up. I did have a lot of self-esteem issues. And I didn't think, if I threw a party and sent out invitations or handed them out of school, I felt like nobody would show up. That's just me being honest. And if people did show, I felt, okay, so if I had a party, like the Great Skate Train, y'all don't know about that. That's old school Carbondale. So if I had it's better than that mess y'all had.
I'm sorry, the rink?
In Chicago, you and Chance the Rapper, it was better than that.
Really?
Yes.
It's better than the rink?
Okay. So,
said no one from Chicago ever.
All right. Carbondale natives. I know some of y'all in here. Y'all better rep the Great Skate Train. Rep it.
Has nothing on the rink.
The rink was nothing compared to the Great Skate Train. Did y'all have arcade games?
Corey.
No, because they kept stealing them. They was skating out the rink with Mortal Kombat on their back. I guarantee it. Okay, whatever. So, I was scared that if I sent out invitations, like 30 of them mugs, 5 people would show up. And then I got to sit there with the look on my face like, why ain't nobody show up? Like, you know, on sitcoms, they be doing that episode where the kid invite people.
Yeah.
Nobody show, they feel bad. That was my trauma.
Wow.
It never happened, but I was scared that it would happen. And it prevented me, because my self-esteem prevented me from trying to have a party. So I think maybe that stems over to adulthood, where I'm like, if I try to celebrate myself and everybody's like, why? Like, I think I would be crushed, and my self-esteem would. What do you think?
But that's not happened.
Because I've never done it. When have I had to think about it? When have I thrown like a event for me?
A big event, nothing. But I've thrown get-togethers for you.
Yeah, and the people have probably come because they like you.
They don't know me. They've known you longer.
You probably guilted them.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I don't know, man. I just thought that's my truth. Okay. That's how.
Well, I didn't have any trauma like that. My birthday's in the summer, and never had the option to even do a school party.
Look at her. I never had that issue.
Because my birthday's in the summer.
I'd be like, birthday party, and everybody come running. That's what happened?
No. Oh. My birthday's right around the 4th of July. It's kind of like everybody's already there.
Well, that sucks. That's trauma. That might be trauma for you. How do you feel about that? Having to save or celebrate your birthday with America? Like, what kind of mess is that?
I don't think I've ever celebrated my birthday with America.
I don't think you did, because you would be like, okay, I want to have a birthday party, and it's on the 1st, but the weekend was probably time for the 4th. So you'd be wanting to have birthday cakes. Everybody else want to pop fireworks. That probably did something to you.
I got birthday cakes. Baskin Robbins ice cream cake.
Whoa. Say it again, just like you said.
Baskin Robbins ice cream cake.
I want you to look at the screen so you can see how you look. I want you to see the privilege that was on your face. I ain't talk to your mama.
There's no privilege.
She's supposed. Oh, I got birthday cake.
I got
Baskin Robbins. You know how much some Baskin Robbins cakes cost?
No, because my parents and grandparents were paying for them.
No, but just throw it in the bag. I don't know what it costs.
It's your birthday. You're supposed to get what you like.
Agreed. So, I don't know. So on the relationship side, Sharonda took this way left. I don't know where she.
You were the one sitting here talking. I have trauma.
I do. I think I do got some trauma. But with I got PTSD in this month.
Oh God.
So when it comes to being in relationships, why do you think it's important that we celebrate each other? Or
First
do you
of
think
all,
it's important?
I think it's very important.
Okay.
Reason number 1, because I don't want anybody else celebrating you more than I'm celebrating you.
Reason number 2. Why you stop?
I thought you were gonna comment on reason number 1.
I ain't none that self-explanatory. Don't nobody celebrate me.
Okay.
Who else gonna do it?
I don't know. You tell me.
See, and that's why I didn't say nothing. Y'all saw that trap? She wanted me to say something. Oh, well, let me see your phone. She wanted me to say something. That's what that was.
Okay. Reason number one being you don't want anyone else celebrating your significant other more than you're celebrating them. And you want them to feel acknowledged and loved and recognized and important.
Okay.
And valued.
Okay. So that's 2 reasons. I like that.
What about you?
Okay, so number I agree. I don't want nobody else celebrating you. But I'm different because I get mad when people don't celebrate me.
I think you over celebrate me. And maybe that's because that's how I am. I think, don't worry about all the little stuff. I'm working on something big, and until I get that big thing, then I don't deserve to be celebrated.
There it is. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. There's your trauma.
Oh boy.
Now unpack it. We're gonna listen.
I don't know how to unpack it.
Look her in the eye while she unpacking it.
I don't have a story to tell to unpack it.
I think she's hard on herself. I think she places unrealistic expectations on
They're
herself.
very realistic expectations.
Okay, so she feels that her expectations are realistic. And there is nothing that she can think up that I feel she can't do. It's just that simple. I always tell her how amazing she is. I always tell her that I don't see nobody that can hold a candle to her. And that's not just me being partial because she's my wife. I honestly feel that she's amazing at everything that she does. And I make sure that there isn't a second that goes by that she don't feel like that. And I feel like that whenever she is doing whatever she's doing, if she's working in her craft or in her 9 to 5, that she second guesses herself or feels like maybe this ain't good enough, or it could have been better, or somebody else would have done it better, or I really think she's very hard on herself, and that's a part of her brilliance. That's a part of how amazing that she is because she holds herself to that standard. But at the same time, I don't think she ever sits back and takes a breath and says, I killed that. I did a great job at that. And I think you will run yourself into the wall.
That's not humble at all. And there's always room for improvement. Always.
Okay, let's go back. You can be humble and be proud of yourself at the same time. I'm not saying you taking yourself and saying, this what I got better than all y'all. Y'all ain't got nothing on me. I ain't saying do that. That's my job. What I'm saying is, dude, it is my job. Okay. I should be holding you up and be like, y'all ain't got nothing on my wife. If y'all ever see me celebrating anybody more than I celebrate this one right here, y'all better check me. You better call me out of that mess. Because that's me doing something I shouldn't be doing. I'm telling you right now. Nobody should celebrate your spouse more than you celebrate your spouse. That's real talk. I've been goofing off this whole episode. I'm serious as a heart attack right now. Nobody better celebrate your spouse more than you do. You see that mess in the church. Let somebody be preaching and the preacher's wife sitting there like this. Or the preacher's husband. But equality, all that mess. Whatever. Let somebody be preaching. I'm just being silly. Let somebody be preaching and they spouse sitting there like this, and some other single people off in the corner standing up. You better preach. You preaching at that. Let them celebrate more than. And I'm not saying you should jump up and get in a celebratory competition with them. Y'all just gonna be looking silly.
I won't.
Y'all just gonna be looking silly. But the quality, it means something. It better not. You better make sure you are celebrating your spouse and be seen celebrating your spouse. I mean that thing. What you think?
Yes, but don't do it to be seen. Just yeah.
It needs to be genuine, and you can tell if it's genuine or not. That used to be how I know if I preach it well. I will always pray, and I know that whatever I say is for somebody because God gave it to me. But of course, as a preacher, you always wonder if you did your best. And this one right here would be how I could tell. Just if I'm preaching, I look over her and she's. Amen.
No, I don't.
You should give me one of them. That means I need to start using the Holy Ghost instead of instead of my notes, because it ain't working out. It ain't working out. But what I'm trying to say, it's very important to celebrate, and I do feel like that. I feel that way about you. I feel like you're amazing, but I also feel like you don't celebrate your small victories enough, because the small victories, when celebrated, fuel you and strengthen you to be able to deliver the big victories. And if you don't celebrate the small ones, by the time you get poised to get the big one, you done ran out of steam.
That's good.
And that was her celebrating me. That's all I'm gonna get. She didn't give me the one clap.
Oh my God.
I didn't get the clap.
Oh goodness.
I guess I get it tonight.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, that was good. That was a good, and I do appreciate you celebrating me. It's just sometimes I just feel like, I'm inside my own head and I'm like, okay, just focus on the big task at hand.
Go ahead.
But I probably need to learn to accept and receive it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would think that goes back to love languages too. Why are you on my back?
Because you're gonna release tonight.
Okay. So
it's okay. Cry. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna cry.
It's okay.
It's okay. Thank you. I'm not gonna cry. Thanks. But what are you looking over there for?
I'm trying to find a tissue.
Oh my gosh. But I can see how that also affects how I celebrate you. Because I think that only the big things are worth celebrating for myself. So then I only focus on the big things for you also.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird because I don't do that with the kids.
Mm-hmm. You catching it.
Yeah. With the kids, they'll be so excited about something very big to them, but like you're an adult, it's not big, but it's big to them. But because it's big to them, I try to like let them see that it's exciting for me too.
You catching it. That's crazy. Because I was thinking all of this.
Oh.
But you unpacked it all by yourself.
By myself.
Look at that. See that trauma getting
Oh my goodness.
untrauma? What's the definition? How you untrauma?
No, don't. Just
Is that how you
don't. Yep.
Is it de-trauma?
I feel like that's such a buzzword.
It is. If we say it loud enough, we'll go viral, I think. Put it in the title.
No, I'm not.
Lord. But I think you're right. I think that I look for celebration for the small things. And I think that's evident because I always will ask you, how you think I did? Did I do good? What'd you think? But it's a double-edged thing too, because of my self-esteem issue growing up. You would think I've had a counselor all my life. I really be unpacking stuff. For me, growing up, my self-esteem was like this much. So I needed a lot of affirmation, and I would search for it. I would seek to be affirmed in everything that I did. My father was very strict. He died when I was 15. His father was very strict. So he didn't have no choice. Like, that's all he knew was to be strict. But me at 15, looking for affirmation from a father figure, it wasn't around. So I didn't know what that was then. I didn't know that I needed it then. I just knew that everything I did, I felt like I wasn't good enough in it. But I did not have the energy that comes from the small victories, the push to be better at anything that I did. There was nothing there to fuel me because I had no, and I'm not blaming everybody. I'm not. Some people are born with that fire in them where they see themselves and they gotta be better, so they push themselves. I didn't have that. All I had was the drums and the Holy Ghost, the Church of God in Christ. That was it. Because only what you did for Christ was gonna last. But when they said it, they didn't mean like your spiritual life. They meant this church, this address, this building, whatever you do, only what you do for this building is gonna last. So you listen to me and do what I say. Like that was my upbringing. That's my story. I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care. That was my story. That's how I came up. So so that's why it's the double air. I needed the affirmation. And I think even now there are times I need to be affirmed. But what's important is that you know where your affirmations come from. Because if you don't, anything that affirms you, you'll find yourself sliding in that direction. So if a fly honey come up, is that how they say it now?
I don't know.
They ain't saying fly honeys?
I don't know.
What are they saying?
I don't know.
Okay, if a little honey biscuit do, what are they saying? You don't know none of it? You be on Instagram all the time.
Don't say that. I'm on Instagram working.
if she be saying work, she be doing it. I'm working. Ooh, that's what she be doing. You don't?
I'm working.
Okay, we're gonna celebrate you working.
Oh my goodness.
But if it's a little fly honey and she walk up to me trying to affirm something, it don't even feel the same. It don't feel right because there are places I want my affirmation to come from. And the main place is this one right here. If it don't come from her, for me, it don't mean nothing. Again, that's just how I'm wired. Amen. Glory.
Okay. Thank you.
Boy, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Nothing.
There's something in that thank you. Let's unpack some more.
It's
Is that there?
No.
Okay. This is good. I like this. So, what do you think? What you laughing at?
Why did it take you so long to get the W sound out?
Because I was trying to decide if I wanted to ask it or not.
Oh, okay. He's being bold.
So, well, let's go this way. Do you think you celebrate me enough?
No.
Why don't you celebrate me more? I'll close my eyes so I can't hear you.
Really?
That way you're just talking to them.
Goodness gracious. I honestly can't pinpoint it on one thing. I think, like with your weight loss journey, like you focus on how much your lifting increases by, and I'm focusing on like, oh, how many pounds did you lose? How many inches have you lost? You know what I'm saying? Like the progress looks different to me than the way the progress looks to you. Which I guess it connects with love language. Like, it's important to know what your spouse's or partner's love language is, because then you would need to know how to affirm them. You aren't waiting for me to say, oh, congratulations, you lost 20 pounds. Like, you're just excited that you've been consistent going to the gym for months. And so celebration looks different to you than it does to me. And I'm like 98.99% sure that's the only reason why. And that's a growth area for me. Like I may have succeeded in a different growth area from years ago, but now this is a growth area for me.
Do you think I celebrate you enough?
I think you celebrate me too much.
You did say that earlier.
Yes, I did.
Why though? Why do you feel like it's too much? Do you feel like you're deserving of it? Is that what it is? You don't?
No, I just feel like I'm doing things that I'm supposed to be doing.
I feel that. But still, those things deserve to be celebrated. Because you could not be doing the things that you should be doing.
Okay.
You don't think that's...
I don't, because I feel like I should be doing it, and if I don't do it, then something needs to be said to correct it or bring it out or confront it. But to do it, but in all honesty, like, I very much appreciate it. That's what makes you this great husband and this great friend, is that you do see those things as things worth celebrating, whereas I don't.
Okay, so do you feel better if I stopped celebrating you as much?
At this point, I probably would not, because it's been going on for so long. I probably would feel like something was wrong.
So you can see how difficult it is.
Was that your goal, to show how difficult I am?
No. I think that I'm not alone in this.
Okay.
I think most men deal with trying to figure out how to be the perfect man for their wife.
There's no perfect man.
There's
just perfect
exist.
for that person.
Not if that's what perfection is. Celebrate me a lot. I don't want you to celebrate me a lot, but don't you stop celebrating me a lot. That's exactly what you said. Is that not what you just said?
I think it is kind of what I said. But I was saying it makes me feel uncomfortable, like you celebrate me. I said it makes me feel like you celebrate me too much. Then you said, do I want it to stop? And I was like, well, at this point, it's normal for you to do that. So if you stopped, I would be like, well, what am I doing wrong?
Who he celebrating? That's what you want to say.
That would definitely be a thought.
Who he
if
celebrating?
I'm being honest, I'd probably be going through your inbox. And
Who he celebrating? Where the celebration going?
So
it
it's going somewhere.
Lord have mercy. So I think the takeaway, because I think we're at our time. This is fun. Let's go another 10 minutes.
No,
Okay.
we've gone long enough.
We gone long enough. Listen, I was putting her in another trick bag. I'm getting her today. I want. So do you think? Okay, never mind. Here's the takeaway. Here's the takeaway from this episode. This is what I want you all to do. I want you to be intentional on celebrating your spouse. Make your spouse feel uncomfortable with the amount of love that you are going to show them. It don't cost nothing to celebrate them. But if you want to spend some bread, go on spend a little bread. It's a couple J's coming out. The 13, the Black Flints is coming out.
Flowers.
The 13s, they look alright. They got too much
Favorite
white
candy.
on them for me. You know, pick her up. She likes the Starburst
Breakfast
jelly beans. But we trying to do better, so we can't get those. But on your cheat day, maybe that's a trap.
All right.
Just do something. Celebrate your spouse. Again, it don't have to cost nothing. Just wife,
Nice little note.
A great job in washing them dishes, because I wasn't gonna do it. Do she thank me for taking out the trash? Nope.
I do that too. Don't I?
Being a strong protector of the household. Does she do that too?
What?
She know where the gun's at?
Yes.
What about the other gun?
Excuse me?
See? That's all. We will see y'all. We will see y'all next time. Is that how you close it? How we close it out?
Thank you for joining us for another episode. We'll see you guys next week.
Mm-hmm. You find out if she found the other guy or not.